Hey guys, Teaser here from ESL and I'm here with Zai from Team Secret. Thanks a lot for taking the time. So let's start with talking about your upcoming match against Fnatic. A lot of experts and fans consider you the favorites for this game. What are your thoughts about your upcoming match in the quarterfinals?
I would agree with, as you say, recent results show that we're probably the favorites going into the match. I think we have quite a good idea on how to play against Fnatic, and I mean, you can't be too confident, but I would say we're gonna win the game. Yeah.
Hey, the ESL One is the last tournament, or the last big offline tournament before the international. Do you think this has any impact on the match for this weekend? So in terms of maybe teams saving tactics for the international, for example?
Probably something like that is going to happen. I know that we're kind of, we're not going to use everything that we have prepared for TI, for example. We're not going to bust out something we think is, super good, for example, maybe. And other teams are probably doing something similar. So I think teams in general are gonna just stick to what they've been playing like the recent month or something, and just do that. Yeah.
Okay, and what are your thoughts about the tournament format for ESL One? We had this seeding tournament 2 days ago. Do you like that? Because I think you had very few time to prepare for your opponents in the quarterfinals, for example.
Well, to be honest, I don't think the seeding matches were that important. I think most teams kind of, idled through them, didn't really try that hard in their matches. We saw a lot of teams experiment with their drafts, which in theory is good. Like you got a lot of chances to experiment with your drafts. But in hindsight, I would have probably preferred not to play these seeding matches. I've just gone straight to the main tournament.
Yeah, let's talk about another topic, which was highly discussed in the community. Valve announcing the 3 big tournaments beside of the international to bring more stability to the scene. What are your thoughts about that? Do you think that could work?
It definitely could work. I think right now the competitive scene of Dota, the biggest flaw of that scene is that every team is built and focused around TI, which happens once a year. And you see these teams try and stick together for a year. They go to TI, maybe they don't do too well, and they just instantly disband. It pretty much happens to every team that goes. And to prevent something like that, I think having more major tournaments is a good idea, because everyone kind of just focuses entirely on TI. And if things don't go too well, you either disband your team, you create something new, or you just retire. So for the long term kind of thing, for the Dota 2 competitive scene, I think this is the right direction. Yeah.
What are your thoughts about, or do you think that could kill the smaller tournaments maybe, or that this could lead to a problem for maybe the tier 2 or tier 3 teams?
It depends on how well Valve does their formatting. I would assume that some teams are going to get invited based on recent results, but then there will probably be a lot of qualifier spots. Because TI is pretty much 12 invites or something, and then 4 qualifiers. I would assume the major tournaments that are upcoming would be like half and half maybe, to give a lot of chances to newer teams. Because if they have something like that in place, I think the tier 2 and 3 teams would benefit more from it than the TI we have now. Yeah.
Okay, the last question I have for you is about Dota 2 Reborn. Did you already had the chance to play, and what are your thoughts about the changes that will come?
We played some during our practicing yesterday. We played some Warlock, which is really fun. The old Work at 3 map. We played some Skill Shot Wars. We wanted to play some TD game, but didn't really work. But in general, I think the custom games are really fun, and I think pretty much every competitive player loves them, because custom games were what Dota originated from. So a lot of players have a special place for custom games. So I think Dota 2 Reborn is probably going to be a great success. Yeah.
Hey, any shoutouts for your fans, teammates, sponsors?
I guess shoutouts to all our fans for supporting us. If you're here, come to our signing maybe that we're going to have sometime today, I think, and just keep supporting us.